Right.
I do want to talk to you. We're going to call this a skintervention.
The fuck?
Your arm skin has been suffering way too much in your life. Like, it's time for you to
put on some sleeves.
To start sleeving up a bit. Show some respect to yourself. Because let me just say this, man. If I'm going to go somewhere and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, we could go out there, fuck it. It's cold as fuck, but we'll just layer up.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm like, yeah, Virtue ain't going to go. You know why? Because he's going to be like, no, my arms are too cold. And I'm going to be like, why don't you put on sleeves? And he's going to be like, what are those? You know what I mean? Like,
what are those?
Right, exactly.
That's funny.
So I'm like, maybe just one day, just be like, You know what you could do? You could get those just sleeves that go up to here. like ballerina legs. You know what I mean?
Capris for my arms.
Yeah, I mean. Or get the sleeves that come down just to here. Yeah.
All right, well, then
get some see-through sleeves.
All right, well, then here's a theory to test how far you really think this shit will go. All right, so you know that movie Snowpiercer?
Yeah.
All right, so you think I would put some sleeves on?
I think that you're confident that your arm wouldn't freeze. I think that you think you can stick your arm out that hole for 7 seconds and then bring it back in, and that joint would just be like...
Yeah, the snow would be like, no. The cold would be like, no.
Speaking of which, was that armhole big enough for a person's head?
I don't think so.
Right. I can't quite remember.
No, they weren't. Because, like, on the show, motherfuckers that tried to, like, freeze their heads, like they had, like, this little bag contraption with, like, a hose attached to it that went to the outside, where it's like the wind blew in through the hose with the bag in your head and freezes your head inside the bag.
So your head would get... If you could... Now, this brings me to an interesting topic, okay? Much like trying to get your head through the armhole in Snowpiercer, there was a man who decided, I'm going to break into somebody's house. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to crawl through their doggy door. Mm-hmm. Well, he didn't make it all the way through. Much like John Jones in Nutty Putty Cave, he got stuck and couldn't get out.
Is it because he was fat?
He didn't seem to be too fat. Like from the pictures I saw, he might have had a beer gut. Who knows? Those college boys, they look normal on the top and on the legs, but then in the center, it's just like pumpkin spice. But anyway,
like Gru from Despicable Me.
Right. So the guy's stuck, right? And he's trying to figure out a way to get out. He doesn't want to call himself out yet. He's still, nobody knows. You know what I mean?
He's like, help!
Right. And, I'm,
Because at that point, it's a botch robbery.
Yeah. Now, I haven't seen all of the details as far as his testimony yet. Yeah. But I'm only imagining that he heard paws and scratching coming towards him. Mm-hmm. Because the owners had 2 German Shepherds. The German Shepherds, I guess lucky for him, they didn't go for the devil's triangle, one in the front and one in the back. Goddamn. But they were both back there.
Dog make a rotisserie out of his ass.
Right. And because of this scenario, the headline read, "Man raped by 2 German Shepherds." Man raped by 2 German Shepherds.
Poor nigga.
Do we even say the R word? Man...
molested?
Struggle snuggled.
Struggle snuggled?
Yeah. Anyway.
Struggle snuggled?
So, by 2 German Shepherds. Man tough loved by 2 German Shepherds. Yeah. Now, of course,
he got a full keister feature.
Oh, my God, right? He got that canine from back behind.
The canine from behind, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Literally, he got the doggy style for real.
Right.
Damn.
Okay, so first question popped in my head.
Okay.
How they going to rape him? Why did he not have pants on? You know what I mean? What's going on there, right?
Good question.
He had pants on. They ripped them off.
Damn, so those dogs, it's almost like they knew what they were doing.
They ripped his pants off.
We're coming for that butthole.
and came for the butthole. They ripped his pants off and took turns on him for what the report read was over an hour.
God damn.
Before he went,
God damn.
I guess, went crazy and called somebody for help, called for help.
So he allowed himself to get raped for an hour before he finally decided enough was enough? Is this your first time?
Yeah, I mean, apparently that's exactly what happened.
God damn.
I want to know, man. Number one, see, it's hard to relate. It's hard to come up with a scenario because I wouldn't even be going in anybody's house.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I just want to go back to it. You said you want to know?
I want to know what
you
would do.
Okay.
In that
you can
situation.
experience.
No.
You can go experience it.
I don't want to know the full pleasure of puppy penetration. I just want to know what you would do if you thought it was going to happen. There is only terror to be felt. Let me just say that, okay? Like, if the guy sat there for an hour and a half, maybe he was stunned in shock. Otherwise, he's a bestial.
Maybe he liked it.
That's what I was saying. Like, what the fuck? Ew. Maybe he liked it.
Because I can't imagine I would go on for an hour. Like, I mean, it wasn't like they knocked his ass out or, like, held him at gunpoint, like, give up that booty.
Right. But here's another thing, though. If you're in the middle of the crime and you don't want to get busted, right?
Right. Yeah, which is worse, though.
And you're getting... And 2 dogs are on you, right? So that's the first case scenario. When I hear the dogs coming, I'm like, oh, shit, they're going to bite the fuck. They're going to rip my whole body off.
Right.
They're going to rip my bottom off. You know what I mean?
And then slowly you start feeling like your belt buckle unbuckle. You're like, what the fuck? Pants slowly start coming down. From then it turns from terror to horror.
Let's read the article. Burglar sues homeowner after being raped by German Shepherds while stuck in house's pet door. A young home invader arrested after calling the police himself to report he was being raped by his victim's dogs has filed an $850,000 lawsuit against his victims, alleging physical and psychological trauma. 23-year-old Jonas Carlson attempted to break into Baton Rouge residence on February 26 by going through the resident's pet door. Unfortunately for him, things didn't work out exactly as planned, as he got seriously stuck in the small entrance designed for dogs. And things only got worse for him there. According to the version of the events he presented in the lawsuit, the 2 German Shepherds in the yard took advantage of his vulnerable position to tear his pants apart with their teeth and take turns raping him repeatedly.
God damn.
Mr. Carlson claims the savage assault lasted more than an hour and a half non-stop before he called the police to turn himself in, and 45 minutes more before the police arrived.
God damn. So was that
2 hours and 15 minutes?
God damn, man. He needs some restitution.
Jesus, man.
And some stitches.
Right?
Now, hey, I wonder if one of the dogs got stuck.
Was just like...
Stuck backwards.
Trying to get away, and he was like, oh God, suctioned in. Anyway, the lawyer says the client was seriously traumatized by the event, and that the owner is responsible for the dog's behavior. The law is clear that guard dogs are permitted to use reasonable force to neutralize an intruder. Raping an unarmed man for hours isn't reasonable force.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not like, dogs understand that. You know what I mean? Like, when they're talking reasonable force, they're talking about, like, a dog attacking someone. You know what I'm saying? But then that also implies that someone was home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's like, I look at it like this. Okay, he wants to sue for $850,000. Okay, go ahead and file your lawsuit, and the owners will countersue you for breaking and entering and destruction of private property, as well as psychological trauma to their canines. And they sue him right back for $851,000.
And, what do they call it? Sex Addicts Anonymous for the dogs, because now they have a sexual addiction. They just want to fuck all day.
Yeah.
So we got to get them sexual therapy.
Yeah, if they have dogs, if 2 dogs want to fuck the same thing for more than 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nympho poop.
Then we know exactly.
A nympho pup.
Right? Oh my God. Anyway, Miss Matthews, on the other hand, the owner, claims her dog never sexually assaulted anyone before. Wait a minute. I gotta reread that. Hold on. Claims her dog never sexually assaulted anyone before. And says she doesn't intend to pay a dime to that little bastard.
Yeah.
That little jerk tried to rob a lonely old lady and got roughed a bit by 2 good protective dogs. He deserved it. While I did nothing to cause any of this. 93-year-old Thelma Matthews says her dogs are good dogs and says she will fight to keep them alive. Legal battle in sight.
I mean, personally, that should be like open and shut case, bro. Like, my nigga, like, how the fuck you gonna sue somebody for getting your own self raped, trying to break in somebody's house and steal some shit?
Oh God, the mugshot though. Let me put the mugshot up real quick.
Yeah, I seen him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looked like his butt hurt in that picture too.
You know, he literally looks like. I bet you he took some bites because he was struggling, and the dogs were like, "Don't you?"
Right.
Still.
Now I'm gonna tell you what they did when he started struggling. They bit him on his back fat. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's a sensitive ass area, like your lower back, the smaller your back. You know what I'm saying? So imagine them dogs biting on his back fat. Like, don't you move, bitch! He's like, You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and then as soon as he did it, he arched his back, so the dog was like Scooby.
those dogs,
Scooby snacks.
Those dogs became living mullets because it was like business in the front and party in the back. Like their asses were just like pumping, but their headpiece was like biting and angry.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So the living mullet. Anyway.
Well, I mean, damn, like that's an aggressive rape. God damn.
Right. What if one of them just bit the taint like a cable?
Damn.
And held it while the other one like
God damn
came in from the top.
Or like held it, like bit his balls and held on. Like just bit all his junk and held on. Was like, because you know how when dogs like when they're trying to play like if you
tender.
Like, if you like get like a rope or some shit and they bite one end, it's like they'll like shaking pull it and tug it a little bit. Like they're not really trying to like fuck shit up, but
exactly.
They're trying to exert a little bit of strength.
Or if you give an egg to a dog, generally speaking, they'll hold it really gently and try not to break it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something about eggs, dogs get it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe same. He had the guy's nuts. He was like, "Don't you move."
He was trying to protect his McNuggets.
Don't you move, buddy, or you know what I mean? Just like
I'll put my canine right through this little egg.
Right.
Damn.
The power of my German jaw can obliterate your little.
Or maybe he was just protecting him, like he was
testicles.
like he was cupping his balls.
I don't think it would have been that nice. I mean, like,
I don't think so either.
We could, best case scenario, like you said, he was like, I'm gonna get torn up, and then his belt comes off, and then like they just start licking him and like taking care of his situation.
Oh God! Damn.
And like he enjoyed it so much.
And then they started fucking him. Oh my God!
And then he enjoyed it so much. What if they didn't?
Because he probably got stuck with one arm in or one arm out or both arms in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God damn.
So what if the dogs only sucked your dick and then left? Would you still report it? This is just a horrible, horrible thing for everybody involved. The poor dogs, they never had a hairless ass. They were like, well, man, what am I going to do with this? It doesn't even have a tail for me to get on, bite or anything, man,
Imagine the judge having to hear all this shit.
I'm sure he's laughing. People in court are laughing. The guy that's taking the picture of homeboy, like, he's laughing. Everybody's laughing.
Except for him.
He's just like, man.
He's just like violated in every way.
Just the outsider in the case. The Jesse Smollett of the situation. Just like everybody knows, but you're just like, I'm hurt by this situation. No.
Yeah, he needs to go ahead and change his name to the violated.
Oh my God, man. He needs to change his name to Late for Dinner.
Sphincter Vacuum.
Right. I mean, he's lucky he doesn't have to change his name to Happy, because those two dogs could have started and just started ripping apart at him and had him dead by the time.
They could have ripped all this shit off, bro.
Right. God. Let me say it took 45 minutes. So let's just say the dog started biting and he immediately called the cops.
Like, no, nigga.
45 minutes still gone by.
Imagine, it usually won't take that long. So, like, it's probably because after dispatch got off the phone, they probably spent a good 15, 20 minutes telling everybody around them, laughing their motherfucking ass off. Like, should we send someone out for this?
Getting their Instagrams ready for the, like, everybody's putting their phones down with their screen records on, trying to, like, make sure they get this whole thing. Cause
like, he's screaming, help, help, they're raping me, sir, what's going on? They're raping me. And all you hear is barking in the background. Who's raping you? Dogs! What?
Oh my God.
Sir, repeat that, sir? Dogs!
No.
Sir,
I think I would just run. I think I would run the other way, all the way back to my house, right? And then I would get in bed and, like, I'd cover up, and I would just try to go to sleep, and just hope that in the morning when I woke up, everything was better.
Like, yeah, like a magic pixie fairy came out of nowhere and like smacked their magic wand on your butt and magically made it whole again. But bro, imagine trying to explain that while you're being fucked by dogs, though.
Imagine trying
How's that go down?
Imagine trying to tell your girl why you're never gonna let her go down on you anymore. You know what I mean? And
the fuck you mean, nigga? Like, bro,
she goes and takes a look in your butthole is like a fucking
after some shit like that,
like
bro,
a cauliflower.
But yeah, I mean, after some shit like that, though, bro, it's probably a rap for him unless he buying a prostitute or some shit.
I mean, hey, if you got a girlfriend, she's gonna be understanding. Like, honey, you got raped by dogs? Oh, come here, honey, please. Oh, no, my honey got raped by dogs. And then she's going to take, like, tea tree oil wraps and put it on his swollen butt and everything.
Get him, what are those, what is that, like the little inner tube thing?
Yeah.
Donut for your foot, like if you got hemorrhoids and shit.
Exactly. Go out and buy him a couple fashion
a tushy cushion. A tushy cushion.
Nah, man. Nowadays you could just buy some of those fashion neck cushions, airplane sleepers. Just put that up under you. You know what I mean? That'll work. Let your expanded anus just hang out the bottom for a while. That is like the grossest thing, man.
You got like 3 3/4 inches of anus hanging out his butthole.
Yeah, like a chicken nugget. Like he got half a chicken strip just like dangling out the bottom of his ass.
Yeah, he gotta wipe his colon before he wipes his ass when he gets off the toilet.
God, anyway, man, let me just say this real quick. We'll wrap this up. This guy, it got off lucky. He got lucky. Because he could have got torn to shreds, and instead he just had to go through a few moments of, doggy love.
How do you think that will play out with motherfuckers in jail?
I mean, that...
Like, what you in here for?
No, this literally happens in jail. So we're not going to talk about that.
No, I got you, but like that's what I'm saying though, because obviously for certain things, motherfuckers go to jail for, people was like, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that they gonna get up in that ass. You know what I'm saying?
If you go in there and you're the flute player, then yeah, you might have to play some flute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you go in there and you're already like predestined to run that block, nobody's going to get your ass. I think that's the thing. Like the highest level guys have never got their ass taken.
Okay, but we're talking about this guy specifically who
he
went to jail for trying to steal. But goddamn well, COs or somebody are going to say something about like what happened to him, and so other inmates will be like, so yeah.
You broke.
He
already broke out.
Like, what you in here for? Like just to see if you gonna tell it. You know what I'm saying? What you in here for?
Right.
Robbery.
Like the only inmate that got turned out before he got in.
Right.
Straight up. Let's do this. Anyway, come on. End it, man. I don't want to talk about no more destroyed anuses. Like, rest in peace.
His ass look like hamburger meat.